Conference-Gannon. I'm the President and Executive Director for SGIP.
All right, and tell me a little bit about what SGIP does and what the benefits are for members.
Okay. SGIP provides a framework for all of the stakeholders in the smart grid ecosystem to accelerate the standardization of and harmonization of standards, and also then to use those to drive interoperability among devices and systems in the smart grid ecosystem.
Great. And what have some major accomplishments been over the past year?
Well, this year we have been putting in place a new member-driven system funded by members with a core staff, and from the core staff hiring service providers to deal with all of the fundamentals of both all the way from the finance and member support systems through our public relations and event management systems. And with that in place, we've been able to continue and provide a new collaborative work environment that allows members to come together and continue on with many of the different working groups they've had, move forward on some of the priority action plans. We've in fact started a new priority action plan and restarted and renovated some of the existing ones we had for faster operations. And with those in place, we now have more results coming from the standards evaluations going into our catalog of standards. One of them was just balloted on this past month and has completed that process. And we probably have another half a dozen or dozen more standards that will be balloted just in the remaining this year. And we see that volume continuing next year with probably 30 to 50 standards going through our review process.
Well, speaking of next year, what do you see as far as the future and goals for SGIP in the next year to 2 years?
Well, first of all, we want to make sure that while we are member-driven with member support, our services are focused at the members and what the members are doing. And so we are looking at continuing the support services that ensure that the members have the ability to continue to come together and collaborate, and to be able to take these standards and do their evaluation. But going beyond just the evaluation of standards, we want to be sure that our members are getting added value from the process, and where we can provide added information in terms of, let's say, implementation experiences, so that we help look at the lessons learned from the early adopters of interoperable standards. Going beyond that, to take a look at how to provide useful guides, roadmaps, so people can keep track of where the standards are in the process, and then building a foundation for some future information services related to that, so that our members can better analyze what the business impact is of the various interoperability endeavors, so they can do a better job of planning what their future needs and outlays will be. As we go forward in 2014, one thing we will be doing more of, and that's member meetings and having members come together. So this week we were here in Florida for our inaugural conference and had a great participation from a wide variety of members, and even some new members coming to it. We had a significant international set of delegations that came here to our conference. But we want to continue not only with an annual conference, but with multiple member meetings spread across the country, in different parts of the country, and so that will continue. So we will have the opportunity for members to stay engaged, both through webinars and through the electronic meetings, and then through face-to-face meetings. And so continuing that sort of member engagement is a key aspect of the plans for next year.
Great. Thank you.
All right.